Hey, Star Traveler, welcome. My rig has already started imaging, about to get the first unit. Let me start the live stack before it finishes. There we go. Hey, Beverly. Welcome, welcome. Here's this guy on the all sky cam. Oops, I was talking with muted. I was just complaining about the Starlink satellites here. There's one here, two here. There's one right here, the fainter one. Oh, the 3, 4. So many. Hey, Paul. I do have a job, not at midnight though. I was muted. Just waiting for green and red to come in, and then I'll be able to live stack this. So about 10 minutes. But we can enjoy the sky here for now. I'll also pull up the other camera. Let's see. Whoa, I think this thing caught a little meteor. That camera. That was a good timing. Now it's gone. I got a screenshot. Look at that. I don't think my camera caught anything. I'm not facing that way. Sweet. Let me share it with the Death Valley folks. Hey, Otto. Yeah, Milky Way is nuts. But hey, here's a little bit of the Perseids. Oops. That was a bright one. Damn, I wish I caught this by. I should pull up. Let me see. Let me look at the images. Maybe I did catch it. It's just not in view. It looked like it was in the wrong spot though, for me. No, can you hear me, Paul? Paul. Okay, cool. All right. I'm glad my audio is working. I was trying to figure that out. Sweet. Alright, what was I doing? I was trying to figure out if I caught the meteor. Nope. It's airplane, airplane. No, didn't catch the meteor. It was like this way. But cool. At least I got a screenshot. Maybe we'll see something in the view. But anyways, what I'm imaging here is one of the panels of the blue Horsehead nebula. Let me show you. It's panel 6 here. So it's this end here. It's the tail of the blue Horsehead. There's some good reflection nebula here. VDB 103 and 102 and 101. Anyone else imaging tonight? Hey, thanks, Paul. Enjoy TV. Too cloudy, yeah. Not here. Filters I'm using. So these are TubeTech LRGB filters. So this is broadband. Right now for the live stream, I'm just doing RGB. So I turned off luminance because I can't live stack luminance. Yeah, so these are just generic LRGB filters. Too cloudy there too in Canada. You still haven't looked at your Dark Shark from last night. You forgot to turn on your dew heater back on. Yeah, I've had that happen to me too. Hopefully the data is good. 03? No, there's this is all reflection nebula, so all broadband. Yeah, it's all reflection. I'm sure I can get some data using 03, but I don't think it's gonna be worth it. Yeah, it's not really oxygen, really. Yeah, it's an LBN. Barnard is a dark nebula. Yeah, Blue Horsehead is low. Like you can see on the chart here, it goes only up to 34 degrees. And this is like when the sun is still out. So by the time it's dark enough for me to image, it's at 28 degrees. And I have this set to go up to 15 degrees. So like I only get like an hour plus per day. So it's been really hard to do a 6-panel mosaic. But let me show you what the mosaic is supposed to look like. I take screenshots of these when I remember. Yeah, so this is the panel. So we're imaging this part. So it's a 6-panel mosaic. I'm actually started skipping panel 5 because there's not a lot here. I will eventually finish it, but I'm trying to finish for the other 5 panels first. Just trying to get about 8 hours of data on each panel. So it's taking a long time. Already finished one panel. I believe it's panel 1 that I finished. So not too bad. I'm trying to keep my eye on this little cloud bank here. It looks like it's coming through. I can see it in here. Yeah, this thing. It's coming in. But hopefully it's not going to stay because it's not supposed to stay. Heat watch. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, with 23 degrees altitude. Yeah, it's a low one. I probably should have shot this from Kagakama in South Africa. It's like directly overhead there. But alas, I did not because I'm like, I'll do it from the northern hemisphere. Hey, Corn. Good morning. And looking at the poll, looks like most people are not imaging, which is sad. I'm only imaging remotely. It's very cloudy here at home. I'm imaging part of the blue Horsehead nebula. So it's this part here, the VDB 101, 102, 103 region. Once this is done, it's going to shift over to a section in the Dark Shark Nebula region. But that'll be after this live stream ends. Your scope got rained on the other night. Oh no. Yeah, I hope the scope is okay. Oh, whoops. I forgot I'm doing 2 exposures per filter. Oh, well, gotta wait 5 more minutes before green comes in. Yeah, glad to hear it's okay. Surprise rain. It's something that Death Valley doesn't see often. And while this is imaging, I can actually go and get last night's time lapse. Hey, since you were driving last night, you didn't see what you were talking about with the vertical and horizontal chats. What was going on? That was so like let me see. I have a screenshot. I'll show you. So YouTube started rolling out a way to stream in both landscape and horizontal, or landscape and portrait mode. Let me see if I can find my screenshot from yesterday. So I decided to try it out. I was like, sure, why not? Let's see what happened. But it just looks weird. I'm technically trying it out again today. It looks a little bit different. I can't seem to control how anything looks. It's kind of weird. But let me pull up the screenshot. It should make a little bit more sense. Oh yeah. Yeah, so here's the screenshot. So this is what it looked like. So on my screen, I had the landscape and then the portrait mode. So like, I had a horizontal and a vertical canvas. It was just super strange. I just couldn't figure it out because the chats here were kind of separate. So on the screen here, it was showing just the chat from the landscape mode. So I had to have my phone open so I can see the portrait mode chat. They were just separate. It created two live streams for me. It's kind of strange. Yeah, same thing is happening right now on YouTube. It looks a little bit more, looks a little bit better than yesterday because it's zoomed in, like showing you what this looks like. But I can't control this. It has like auto crop selected, and I can't change it. It is very strange, and I have no way to know who's watching where. YouTube experimenting with stuff. Yeah, super weird. Do I have the video? All right, I'm downloading the time lapse from yesterday. I'll play it in a minute. What is the benefit of doing both? So, YouTube pushes shorts a lot more than they do long form content. So it shows up when people are just scrolling, I guess. I don't know. I'm only guessing. But I don't seem to have any control over any of that. But, figured out experiment. Yeah, the shorts is portrait, yeah. It is very weird. And I don't actually know how to find, like yesterday it ended up doing like 2 streams. So I was able to find the second stream on my phone, but tonight I have no idea how to find that stream because it's just one. It's just one. So yeah, I'm very lost. I'll have to Google it later. Oh, we got green. Okay, so now I can live stack this. Let's see what a color combination looks like of panel 6 of the blue Horsehead Nebula. There you go. We got an X here, which is a couple of satellites. We have another blue line here and a green line here. Yay. But here are some of the reflection nebulae in this region. Nothing mind-blowing, but kind of interesting. Nina's live stacking. Yeah, Nina's been live stacking for a while. It's a plugin, so you got to plug in live stack. Yeah, I've been live streaming Nina live stacking for a while. I also do it on SharpCap. SharpCap obviously does a little bit better. You can feed it old frames, but it's just so much simpler in Nina when you're live streaming. Do the chats match this? Yeah, I think the chats match this time, but I have no idea. I don't know how to test. So I think next time I'll probably just not do a. Make sure the dual stream is turned off. And now that it is turned on, I cannot turn it off. The option is grayed out. So it looks like when you start the stream with it on or off, you're just stuck with it. Yeah, it is starting to come through. And if I look at my target scheduler, we can see exactly how long it'll image for. You didn't know that you use Nina for your imaging. Yeah. Well, now you know. I'm full of information. It's about an hour and a half, so it'll image this for an hour and a half. I'm trying to get 8 hours on this. It's gonna take forever. As you can see, my Dark Shark Wolf's Cave Nebula region, it has 25 panels. So I've actually been going in and disabling a bunch of these and picking panels that have stuff. Like, for example, I think panel 8 just finished, which is this region here. This is the head of the dark shark. Let it load. Yeah, so the head of the dark shark. So I'm doing this panel and this panel, turning this to just a 2-panel mosaic instead of a 25-panel giant monstrosity. Yeah, I hope they fixed it too. I have no idea. I actually accidentally kind of turned it on today because I was trying to see if I can dual stream to Twitch, because I do have a Twitch channel, but I've used it twice, I think. Um, YouTube is just more intuitive for me. But I want to try Twitch because all the streamers I've worked with during the Stand Up to Cancer event, they all, like, most of them live stream on Twitch as their primary and YouTube as the backup. So I want to give it a go. The optimist say, if you can't find the second one, maybe it's a good sign. Yeah, maybe. Has anyone seen any Perseids live yet? I know we saw one here. You can't go back. So they turned off going back. Hey, ghost. No problem. Happy to answer questions. Feel free to ask more. Other people feel free to ask questions. I have answers, and if I don't, I can pretend like I do. That's cool. Yeah, they were probably Perseids. Perseids has been very active. My Sidewalk Astronomy group went out not too far 2 nights ago, and they caught like 40 or 50 meteors within a couple hours. So I should have tagged along, but I couldn't. Really weird hearing the live stream in the car. Yeah, that's funny. To me, since my voice is my own, I feel like I'm always live streaming to myself. Yeah, webinars and yeah, live streaming is just my internal thoughts being spoken out loud. But it is better that, I don't usually have my camera on, so I can hide. Okay, now we're getting some more color here. So like the blue and green and the yellow. That's looking cool. Yeah, it's interesting. This is about 10 minutes of data. 10 minutes? No, 25 minutes. Wow, time flies. Yeah, and we can see like so much structure here already. Like between these four stars here, this looks like a binary pair. It kind of looks like they're like tugging at the gas around them. And then the dark nebulosity here, the stars disappear. Sometimes when I see dark nebulae on my screen, I'm like, is it clouds on Earth? It looks okay, the sky. I think it's okay. The clouds are kind of disappearing, which is which is good. Ooh, let me show off what I just stacked. People on Discord already saw it, but here's Orion from July 31st and August 1st, I think. The 2 nights, only 33 minutes of data. Um, this core is blown out, but if we look at, I'm actually going to save this. Let me save this as M42 SHO. Okay. Yeah. So if I open up the SHO, or the, sorry, sulfur, you can see the stars are pretty good. So I'm gonna try and see if I can get the stars out of the sulfur and see if I can HDR it into the overall thing that we saw. This thing. But yeah, the first look at Orion this year. You have good news. You'll share it on the server, but the short description, you finally get to do that big telescope lesson with your niece. That's awesome. That's so cool. You're, you're such a cool aunt. I feel like you're gonna start so many astronomy careers in this hobby. Super cool. Does your niece live nearby? Wondering if you should start inviting her to your club meetings. Yeah. Ours a little far. A little far. Oh, cool. She's been to a couple meetings. That's awesome. She saw you get your astrophotography award. That's nice. Yeah, I feel like that's like a good like core memory for her. Like, my auntie won awards, and she's gonna show me how to use a telescope. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad she's starting to go. Got to keep feeding the curiosity. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure she'll be ready eventually. Maybe she needs to make a friend there, or maybe you start doing double duty. You show up to all the meetings. All right, doing an autofocus. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, like being able to go from one to the other. I think it's important. We don't have chapters like that here, but like all the astronomy clubs near here are pretty collaborative. So I've been to meetings willy nilly, just show up, and luckily a lot of them do meetings online now, so I don't have to leave my basement. It's not double duty is not happening. Not yet. Yeah, being nationally organized definitely does help. I wish we had something. We have the American Astronomical Society, but it's not really a club, you know? It's just a one club full of astronomers and amateur astronomers from around the country. Anyone in the chat see the solar eclipse last Wednesday? I'm starting to plan for next year's. Oops. There we go. All right. They have left. It's a beautiful night here. There's a little bit of a glow on the roof here. I wonder what that is. There are a lot fewer people in Canada, so it's probably easier. Yeah, I mean that makes sense, but I think I don't think I've met an astronomer or an amateur astronomer that wasn't friendly and didn't look to helping others. I know there are some like those who will tell you don't do this or I've imaged everything in the sky. All right, that light turned off, so I think somebody was just there. Oh, and there's a lunar eclipse coming up. I'll make that my next question. Yeah. Looks like only looks like 64% of the people who answered the poll are not imaging tonight. Sorry, everybody. I don't think you're hogging up the chat. No one else is chatting, so it's good. It's good. It also means I'm not talking to myself, so thank you. No, I don't think anyone would be like this chat. Last week in my first live stream after the cloudy night said DBO, it got super busy. It was nice. I think people will just chat. It's easier to chat because you're not talking over anyone, and then I eventually get to the texts than if it was just a regular meeting with everyone connected. It is nice not to talk to myself. I do it all the time. I think I got it from my mom. She also talks to herself a lot. Actually, while people are still here, let me also give you a preview of what other data I'm working on here. So we have here the Statue of Liberty. So let me do an image composition, RGB comp. So it's going to be an SHO. Look at this. This is the Statue of Liberty nebula from the Southern Hemisphere. All the best people talk to themselves as far as I'm concerned. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's like really crispy data. This is from one of the telescopes in the Southern Hemisphere that we controlled and I tuned up for a while. So some of this data is basically just payment from that. And then the other one, let's look at M16, one of our faves. Also from the Southern Hemisphere. So I know you can shoot this from both hemispheres. It's just really high in the sky in the south. So we'll do S, H, and oh, wait, is that right? Oh, there we go. Ooh, look at that. This is before like a linear match. And this is just stacked or auto stretched. Such nice and crispy data. I'm looking forward to processing this. These are all stacked using my mono script. So I caught up. So I'm trying to catch up. So like today I stacked seven objects. So I have some work to do this weekend whenever I can find a break. Yeah, our conversation got me So, all right, let's not say it got me processing finally. This is still pre-processing. I haven't actually processed anything. I just ran things through my script. Partially because I'm I'm also testing like some new features, so I need to make sure the script still works. So that's always a good motivation. Just look at my guiding. The guiding's pretty good. 0.6 arc seconds. And the colors here are looking really good. I'm looking forward to finishing this project and finally stacking it. And then tomorrow night, I'm going to try and catch up on some of our OSC images from the Southern Hemisphere. I have a lot of data to process there. We moved on to a mono camera, so we never really finished processing. All right. I'll probably keep this stream going for until like 10 p.m. here, 1 a.m. for me, which should give me some time to go to sleep. I went to bed yesterday at 4, woke up at 7:30. And today was a good day. I was very well rested. My sleep advocacy is I'm telling people to sleep. Do as I say, not as I do. You know, the mantra of advocates. So I'll do this panel from. So I'll get like 6 hours if it actually goes. That's exciting. The nights are getting longer. Yay! What's funny is that the nights are getting longer in the northern hemisphere, and the nights are getting shorter in the southern hemisphere. So I would like to one day start a long live stream, start in South Africa, and then finish up in Death Valley. It's hard to do with a life, a job, and family, so I can't just like sit around all day. But I would like to. And if I can, I would love to do it during the eclipse, the lunar eclipse in a week and a half, which will be near my birthday. So I should have some leeway there to do what I want. And I've already warned my wife that I may be doing something like that, so she's okay with it. Yeah, if it's clear here, I may have to go somewhere not at my house, maybe my astronomy club, and then I have to figure out how to live stream, control a live stream from home from my astronomy club. How am I gonna do that? I'll worry about that later. I need to actually get some telescopes I can control in both hemispheres. I can't actually use this rig for the moon. I can't use sharp cap. Um, one of the reasons is that the fastest shutter speed that this gives me is 1/10,000th of a second, which is still too short, too long for the moon. So it just still looks way bloated. Unless I use a sulfur 2 filter, which looks okay, but then I actually want to get some color, so it's really hard to do. And also when I run sharp cap, this computer just comes to a crawl. So I want to see if I can get a C star here temporarily, or rent somebody's C star. Looking at the poll, looks like 2/3 of the people here, not a lot of votes, but 2/3 of the people will be able to observe the eclipse. 1/3 can't. Well, hopefully we get clear skies. It's never guaranteed. And I will say that little smart telescopes for like eclipses are super handy. Also, just going to note that I came on today only because it'll be my third night streaming in a row, and I've never done that before. So it's kind of exciting that I can from a place like this. Oh, is this a meteor? Look at that. I'll see if it shows up in the next frame as well. But that might be a meteor. Oops. Yeah, in about 30 seconds. Let's see. And then I'll go back. Yeah, this might be... It is coming from around Perseus. Cool. We'll see. I'll try and confirm. Hey, Michael, have you been to Cherry Springs in Pennsylvania? I have driven through there before. I've never been there to do any kind of astronomy. I've always wanted to go to the Cherry Springs star party at some point. I know it's in September, right? It's cool. Now, if this line shows up like over here, then oh wait, it did reset. So I don't think this is a meteor. I think this is a satellite. And we can check this by going into the individual frames. Whoa, what is that? It's like moving a... Huh, interesting. I don't understand. Oh, it's over here. That's a weird one. It looks like a satellite. If it barks like a satellite, smells like a satellite, probably a satellite. Hey Dan, welcome to night 3. Yeah, this is I've never seen this before. It like shifts between 1 minute to the other. It shifts like left and right. This lines up. This doesn't. So I think this could be a meteor. Because yeah, this is a satellite. It could be a meteor right next to a satellite. Interesting. Or a fishing pole. Aliens, yes. Alien sounds more right. But okay, so I think this is a meteor. I should have checked the other stream too, see if it showed up. Actually wouldn't have, because that one's in the north. Yeah, it's like, it's weird. Huh. Interesting. Hey Dan, how's your images going at Astro Peak? Yeah, I saw you. Yeah, that's you. Sorry, I'm catching up on the chat now. Let's see, Rich Jones, fishing pole. Yes. Yeah, it has the. Oh man, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we get another one. Michael, you're just not getting into space photography. Cool. Yeah, if you're not in our Discord, join. There's a lot of useful people there. Helpful people, not useful people. Helpful people and useful. So I'll put the invite in as the chat. You're saving up for your first rig. Cool. Do you have anything now, Michael, or you're just trying to get something now? Either way, feel free to join us. It's a great community. Beverly said maybe it fades off, just makes it very possible. Yeah, and it doesn't line up with the next frame, which is right next to it, and this one exists between 2 frames, so this is clearly not. Yeah, but this one is new. This one is just a single thing. Yeah, so I think this is a meteor. All right, I'm gonna call it a meteor, and it looks green. I bet the satellite's gonna be in some of these other images too. Yeah. Ah well. I'll chalk it up to Perseid. Hewitt is is better than a solar eclipse aboard International Space Station. Yeah, I would love to be on the ISS someday. Now that the plan has extended beyond 2029, it'll be around for a little while longer at least. Yeah, everything's going well. You bought a Pure Cam, cool, and you're continuing to image the Crescent Nebula in broadband and Pac-Man in broadband and narrowband. Super cool. Yeah, I still want to talk to you about possibly maybe renting one of your sea stars for the lunar eclipse. No pressure, and I'll ping you on Discord or something. You should change your name to your channel name. Yeah, what's your channel? Cool. Thanks, Dan. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying to get something at Death Valley here as well. So just trying to see if whichever stars line up first. And I really need to try and get one at Kagakama. Ooh, Michael the Disciple. I think I saw the sub come in. That's a cool. I like rhymes. Who doesn't like rhymes? Oh, the other thing I could check is the meteor detector. Let's see if it detected anything. Okay, look at that. Okay, so it highlighted that frame, and the next frame is this thing, which it did not highlight because it detected that it was a satellite, and probably detected it in the following frame as well. So, okay, I think we have confirmation. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, I think is that another second meteor? No, this is a. No, this is a satellite. I think, yeah, because it appears in two frames. I know these elusive meteors. I know it's the one you're looking. You got to be Cody, who's in our Discord. He caught 4 within his subs, like not in an all sky cam, which blows my mind. He got 4 of them. Oh well. All right. I think it was just the one. So we'll say we confirmed one meteor, one Perseid. Oh, you saw the Falcon 9 re-entry. That's cool. Yeah, I didn't see it. I probably should have gone outside when people started texting me about it. But I was too lazy. I already had my rig outside, but I just didn't feel like going out. Let's see. Hey, Gazing Star Chaser. There's there. This is your channel. Once you get your rig, you'll be posting on. Cool. Gazing Star Chaser. The fact that you didn't know it kind of made it spooky. Yeah, we knew there was a logical explanation, but it was really fun to enjoy the mystery. Yeah, I mean, you're like a normal person who didn't jump to aliens or the government. Because usually I will sometimes get texts from people saying, "Is that an alien?" Especially when they start making the big spiral pattern from the fuel dumps. That always freaks people out. I've still have never seen it in person, just photos, but I have seen other fuel dumps that did not look like that. Hey Michael, yeah, I figured that was you when you said that this was your channel. Yeah, Obo is right. It's okay. I'm glad that they ask, and then I can answer them, as opposed to just assuming and then just talking to other people who are also assuming. When in doubt, ask your local amateur astronomer. That sounds like a good shirt quote. And ask, what do you think about argon and helium filters? Ooh, yeah. There's a Jan on the Discord server. He's been playing with argon. He's been having a lot of fun with it. I don't think he has helium though. I know helium exists in a lot of places. Um, I know Nico Carver of Nebula Photos has a helium filter that he plays with. As like what I think about them, I don't know. I've not used them. I would love to try exotic filters at some point. And, now with a remote observatory, I can actually send something down and play with it more. But yeah, it's gonna have to be it'll be a while because I want to image as much of the sky as possible with what I have. It's nice. I'll just say that. Other types of filters, there's also nitrogen filters, and there's hydrogen beta, which is close to oxygen 3. Trying to think of others. There's, I mean, calcium K is there, but I think that's mostly for the sun. I wonder if you can get anything not in the sun. You can also, if you want, you can also do like near infrared stuff. So like the IR pass, you can look through dust, basically, like all this dust here. If you look at this in infrared, you'd see the stars instead of the dust. Your son is friends with a man who gets sponsored. That's cool. I need a sponsor to send me to the Eclipse next year. Yeah, this hobby is expensive. Yeah, and then those exotic filters are even more so. But I think, everyone should just be doing what they're doing and only spend money when they really need to or they really want to. I really need to stop spending money. That's my goal of September 2026. And thanks for joining, Beverly. I'm gonna hop off soon too. Always fun talking to you. Have a good night. Yeah, and for everyone else, I'm gonna hop off in about 5 minutes because I have work in the morning. And yeah, this was I did this mainly because I wanted to do 3 nights of streaming in a row because I've never done it before, so it was fun. You're getting the SV Bony SV503. Which one? They have different sizes, right? The 80 millimeter, the 102 millimeter, and a 70 millimeter, I think. Let's look it up. Let's see, SV503. You think you're thankfully working at noon most days. That's cool. You can sleep in. Yeah, I have to get up because child have to be up, have to pack his lunch, and then my wife and I get him ready, take him to school. That's right. Look at that. My memory serves me correctly. So there's three SV503s. There's the 80, the 70, and I and 102. Yes, SV102. Is there another one? 80, 102. Yeah. Which one are you getting, Michael? The 80? Yeah, 80 is pretty good. I have the 102 right now that I used for outreach. It's a really nice telescope. I don't have any of the imaging stuff. I'm using it mainly for visual. So I'll show you that picture from my last outreach event with if I can find it. Actually, I think I can just show you on my website or on YouTube. Right, it's one of my posts, my last post, I think. Here it is. Yeah, this is the SV503 102. Really nice scope. This is on with the sun funnel. This was at the partial eclipse party at a local library. So SV503 is really nice. They made it really well. The rings are really nice. The dovetail is really nice. The focuser is really nice. So happy I got it. And this was donated to me by SV Boni to my Sidewalk Astronomy Club. So this is going to get passed around to volunteers. It's a nice scope. I think I'll be happy with the 80 millimeter. I just realized I was talking to myself, muted. You live 10 minutes away from Portal 4. That's really cool. I'm jealous. I live in Portal 8 now, or outside of Boston. I can get to Portal 4 in probably like 3.5 hours driving, and then Portal 5 in like 5 hours of driving, somewhere in Vermont or New Hampshire. Where do you live, Michael? If you don't mind me asking. You also don't have to answer since I don't want people to reveal information they don't want to. I used to live in New York City, which was like straight up Portal 9, probably Portal 10 if that scale existed. That's right, Dan. I remember you saying go to John Glenn in like an hour. I'm jealous about that too. I can't. There's nowhere I can go in an hour. That won't be like Portal 6, less than Portal 6. 40, 50, 45 to 50 minutes if you drive fast at 3 a.m. Yeah. Oh, Hopewood, Pennsylvania. Cool. That's cool. Huh. Yeah, my sister lives in South Jersey, so I'll be visiting her in a couple of weeks. Um, that's right. You did ask about Cherry Springs, right? So, are you near Cherry Springs? So I'm just looking at a map. Yeah, you're in a nice dark area. Cool. Cool. You're born in Troy. Nice. Yeah, I know. I said I was gonna turn off this live stream soon, so I'm gonna give myself 3 minutes. When it hits 10:20 p.m. here in the West Coast, it'll be 1:20 a.m. for me. So to encourage myself, I'm gonna go off mic, but I'll still be in the chat answering questions for anyone. I just want to say huge thanks to everyone for joining me on this quick live stream. It's another impromptu live stream. I may, depending on the weather, if I go to Death Valley, if I depending on the weather, maybe I'll do another one tomorrow. Oh man, look at this. This is gonna be beautiful tomorrow. And then iffy on Tuesday. So yeah, maybe I will do one tomorrow. Just to get a streak of 4 live streams. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you all will join me tomorrow. But for now, I'm going off mic. Somerset, Pennsylvania. Cool. I like Pennsylvania. When I lived in New York, when I got my first car, the first place I actually went to was the Poconos with the telescope, which was, I learned later, not far enough into Pennsylvania for super dark skies, but just still kind of nice. Yeah, thanks for joining. Hey, friend Elio Tony T sent gold coin for 10 jewels. All right. I'm getting off mic. I'll be on the chat for a few more minutes for anyone who has questions. Wait, sent gold coin for 10 jewels. What is that? I don't think I've ever seen that before. What is a gold coin? All right, thanks, Michael. Yeah, I'll be online probably around midnight as well. That's when it gets dark in Death Valley and it starts imaging, so that should be cool. All right, have to come back on the mic for Scientist Steve. Hey, welcome. Sent Clocket. I don't know what that is. Am I just old for lives for YouTube now? And thanks for joining, Michael. Have a good night and good sleep. Yeah, I'm really gonna get off the microphone now.